Okay, hang on air's live. So let's how do I see this? All right, I'm gonna tweet the link out.
Put YouTube for chat. We get to play your boy tonight,
Oh,
Greg Monroe.
oh yeah, my guy. We actually had like a chili cook-off at work today, and we auctioned, or like the winners got a Greg Monroe autograph jersey.
They probably
It
weren't
was
even
either
hyped.
him, OJ Mayo or Jared Bayless.
Oh God.
Chili cook-off at work today, and we auctioned, or like the. All right, we should be good. Let's see. Okay, we're good. Chat is up. Mayo or Jared Bayless. People are in,
Cool.
so let's do it.
Sounds good.
All right, so you trying to go position by position. Oh, Serge Ibaka just ruled out.
Serge Ibaka rolled out?
Yep. I like it.
Okay, damn. That's got me rethinking some things, but nonetheless, let's get into it.
All right, let's do it. So let's start at point guard. I guess you can kick it off because this is your boy at the top. Tell me a little bit about what you think of Russ tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in love with the play, but I think that just from like a lineup construction area, you're gonna kind of be forced on, at least on FanDuel, if you're gonna buy into these other values that are gonna be pretty popular, you're gonna kind of have to pay up for one of these guys like Wall, Lillard, and Westbrook. And I just kind of lean Westbrook at this price. Just 10K is very depleted for him. I get that it's San Antonio. I understand that he's on the road. I understand that he hasn't looked like the same player he was last year, and he hasn't had that same usage rate with Paul George and Melo coming into the team. But at the end of the day, 10K for Russell Westbrook just seems like he has a really safe floor tonight, usually upwards of around 40 for his floor. So just a guy that I know and am confident in that can get you that 4X. So I think that Westbrook is fine.
Yeah, I mean, he's never a bad play by any means. I think last year was always a little different because you were weary of do you want to spend 13K on a player and risk, so much of your line. But at this point, he's only 10K. His usage is still above 30. It's like 32% or something like that. So he's still getting the usage. They're just relying on him to do a lot less. So I mean, if you're fine with, a little bit more of a limited ceiling, I think Westbrook's a great play for 10K. Personally, I mean, I don't need the $500 savings, but I love Damian Lillard tonight. I think he's my top point guard. He's actually his usage percentage is less than 1% less than Russell Westbrook's this year, even with Nurkic and McCollum on the team. He's only shooting about 40%, but there's going to be some positive regression coming. Sacramento's brutal against the point guard, and I really don't think his ownership will be that high. I love Lillard anytime he's below 10K.
Yeah, love Lillard as well. He's right there behind Westbrook for me. I lean both of those guys over John Wall tonight. What do you think about John Wall?
I mean, I don't mind him. This isn't John Wall at home is always an option, but this Miami game isn't a game that is going to cater to his play style. It's not really a pace up game for a player like John Wall. I mean, Goran Dragic is a weak spot in that defense, but again, this is going to be a half court offense game. It's not going to be 110 to 100. This is going to be a low scoring game. I'm off of Wall tonight. I mean, ownership would be low, but there's no reason to roster him in my opinion.
Yeah, sounds like we're kind of in the same area with liking Westbrook and Lillard a little bit and kind of leaning off of Wall of those three.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, let's see. Look at the mid tier point guards. There's one player, or I guess there's a couple players we can talk about in the mid tier.
Yeah, I really wanted to bring up Kyle Lowry tonight against the Knicks. Powell's out, so you just increase shots for him. And then, I mean, we just got the news that Ibaka's not going to play too. So I think that, the chalk play from this game is probably going to be Fred VanVleet. A lot of people will look his way, which I don't mind on DraftKings for 3K, but on FanDuel where you really can only roster 2 point guards, I'd rather go somewhere else. And if, these guys, these low usage, really trash players are not going to be good, it's going to be guys like DeRozan and Lowry to step up and, perform in this up-paced game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lowry's kind of come around lately too. I mean, he scored over 40 and 2 straight fantasy points. And his salary really hasn't caught up to it. So last couple games, he's averaging over 5x, which is obviously what you shoot for in cash games. Below him, one player that I'm off, but I see a lot of people starting to talk about is Lonzo Ball. Haircut Lonzo.
Yeah, still ugly shot Lonzo for sure.
I just do not think he is as good as people think he is. I really don't. I know you agree, and I saw Sean Kane tweet earlier about one of his weaknesses is as weird as it sounds, is his jump shot form. Like, it's so easy to block, it's so easy to come up because he shoots it from below. Like, you need to get the ball up in the NBA. Like, his shot is way too easily affected by a defender when they don't even put a hand in the face. Like, and he's shooting. He actually set an NBA all-time record for lowest field goal percentage through a player's first 15 games. I don't want a roster. I'm not touching that for 7-4.
His shooting is horrendous. I get it. The matchup is nice. You know, it's a really high-paced game, but just not looking to go there for me.
Yeah, he played Phoenix a couple games ago, only put up 22.5 FanDuel points. It's just not – it's not worth taking the gamble for me. Once you see consistency from – don't chase that triple-double. That's what I'll leave it at. Below Lonzo, do you see any of those, 6K range guys you like?
Yeah, I mean, I like Dinwiddie, I'll say. I like him a little bit more on DraftKings because he's only 5,500. He's a guy that's definitely stepped up a lot. He played 34 minutes last game, got that nice double-double. So I don't mind him. Against Utah, it is going to be a down-paced game for the Nets. I think that it's going to be a really close game as well. I think it's like a 2.5-point spread. So I don't mind Dinwiddie. But one guy that really jumped out to me in that 6K range is how cheap Drew Holiday is for that price.
Yeah.
Denver's, been pretty historically not the greatest against the guard position. And this man's just playing big minutes. Like, this guy is like eclipsing like over 40 minutes sometimes. So
yeah, and honestly, it's something I think people are going to be scared off of because of the return of Rondo, who's going to get about 20, 24 minutes today. That doesn't mean he's not going to play. They're going to slide him over to the 2.
Yeah. No, Drew Holiday
get run. Like, there's no doubt about that. And I mean, 5x for Holiday is about 30 FanDuel points around. He can do that in a half. It's a very good play. The value, that's my favorite value play at point guard, and it's above 6K. So that shows you the ceiling that Holiday has. Hitting on the Dinwiddie play a bit, I actually think this is going to be a higher scoring game than people think. Utah is projected for 105 or 106 points today, which is like 7 above their season average. So I think Vegas is expecting the pace to be pushed, which makes Dinwiddie a good play, especially with D'Angelo Russell out.
Also for Dinwiddie, Ricky Rubio is out, who can arguably be considered their number 2 defender, and he's not going to have Gobert down low. So if he goes to the hoop, he won't have that to worry about. So it's a better defensive play for him too. Like, I
don't know if Utah's ruled a starter, but it'd be Raul Nato.
No, actually Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell starting at the 1.
Is he? Okay.
Really cool. I'm excited.
We'll definitely hit on Donovan Mitchell.
We gotta just do a Jazz breakdown, I feel like.
What do you say?
Just kind of break down the Jazz in general, because I feel like that's where it is.
The Jazz this is a rare spot where you can almost target all 5 of the starters. It's just a matchup with Brooklyn. I mean, I think Donovan Mitchell is a virtual lock in every format. He is 6'4", which is priced up a bit, but the Rubio injury kind of negates that price jump. I love Rodney Hood. He was a DFI must-have, so if you guys believe in that stuff, you're going to fade. One play that I really like is Alec Burks for the value. I think Alec Burks is going to go extremely overlooked. What is he, 3.2? He's
3.2, and I have him projected for like 25 minutes. So
yeah, I mean, and 25 minutes for a player like Alec Burks, who excels on defense too. He gets a steal and a block. That's 6 points right there. That's 2x value right there. With 1 steal, 1 block. Then you mix in, 15 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist or 2. He crushes 6x value.
Yeah, I love Burks today, and he's going to have to play. I mean, he's going to see the minutes. We even have Cephalosha questionable, so
gotta keep going to play a lot of minutes in Utah. And obviously, I mean, Derek Favors for me is a lock. Brooklyn can't really rebound, and Derek Favors' offensive burden is a lot more with Rudy Gobert, and there's more rebounds up for grabs, obviously. So
yeah, and he'll just play more time in the 5. It's just a really good spot for Favors once again.
Yeah, agreed. Now, there's two value point guards I've got my eye on tonight. I have my eye on Rondo and I have my eye on Van Fleet. I'm a little weary with Van Fleet. It's just I don't know. I can't see him scoring more than 18 FanDuel points, which for his salary is fine. But I think Rondo's ceiling for his salary is so much higher, even in limited time. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely looked at both of those guys a lot. Van Fleet I have on DraftKings just because he's literally minimum price. I mean, I know he's really cheap on FanDuel, but like you said, I kind of like these other value guys a little bit better. Rondo's in a really good spot. I'm also on Emmanuel Mudiay, who I don't see a lot of people on. His price has dropped to 4K, and I think you can use him in all formats. So I've got him locked.
I like that. I'm still a little butthurt on Emmanuel Mudiay. He had that 6-point game.
Yeah, and he had a 2-point game in the last game. So
yeah, but point guards actually, like, when you look at it, I feel like it's a little more loaded than people think. There are some very good options down here that I'm looking at.
Tyler Ulis in a good matchup as well, like him.
Yeah, exactly. And he's kind of the balance of power has shifted towards him in that backfield. The backcourt too. I mean, Mike James is seeing less than 20 minutes a game right now. So
yeah, agreed.
Now moving over to shooting guard, we already hit on Donovan Mitchell. That's my overall number one shooting guard today. I don't know about you. DeMar DeRozan interests me in tournaments a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, like pretty much same argument with Lowry. It's just like there's these guys out, so they're gonna need guys to score in Toronto, and New York's not like that hard to score on. So it's gonna be guys like DeRozan and Lowry to really step into that to those shoes and score. Love DeRozan today quite a bit.
Yeah, I do too. Moving down from DeRozan, I mean, Lou Williams is playing out of his mind.
That guy is lights out.
Yeah, I mean, I see people on Twitter complaining like, "Oh, he's up to 7-7. I would never pay that for Lou Williams, all this stuff." I mean, 7-7, he's still considered a value play considering how he's playing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, his salary is definitely going to scare a lot of people off, and I think that with Mitchell being so popular, I don't see Lou Williams eclipsing like 12, 15%. So yeah, I mean, I love Lou Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to taking advantage of that play at all.
And I don't know if you checked out his price on DraftKings, but he's only 6,600 over there.
Yeah, no, DraftKings, he is an absolute lock.
I agree.
Melvin wrote him up as a lock on DraftKings. Like there's no reason that you shouldn't play him. All four.
Yeah, 6,600 is just ridiculous.
Do you have your eye on? I mean, we talked about Alec Burks. What other shooting guards do you like? I mean, Rodney Hood's up there. I do really like the Lakers shooting guards today.
Mm-hmm.
KCP is getting heavy minutes, and Clarkson is just dominating usage on the second unit. And I feel like his salary just has not caught up. Neither is KCP's. He's eclipsed 30 FanDuel points in 3 of the last 4 games.
Yeah, I love both those plays. I would say if you're building a cash lineup, I like KCP just because the minutes are so secure. And then if you're building a GPP, Clarkson can just get real hot and put up like 40.
Yeah.
So I like both of them quite a bit.
I like it.
And Devin Booker doesn't play defense, so.
Yeah, that's very true. Do you like Devin Booker tonight?
I was looking into him, but I think just with all the other options up there, I would personally rather play Lou Will. I would personally rather play CJ McCollum even. So not really in love with Booker tonight. I get it. I like the upside there, but probably not somewhere where I'm going to go.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Is that you have anyone else in shooting guard you want to cover?
I mean, I'll just say I really love these Nets. I really love these Jazz shooting guards quite a bit. They're my 3 favorite plays from the Jazz, and they're all at shooting guard. Like, I love Burks, I love Hood, and I love Mitchell. So, really just pick 2 of those if you're building a cash game lineup for me.
Yeah, no, I 100% my cash game lineup will have 2 shooting guards from Utah. There's no doubt. I mean, those players are going to dominate the usage. They get the peripheral stats. There's no reason not to play them. And they offer some insane value today. I think I'll probably end up with 3 Jazz in my lineup today, which is probably the first time ever for me. So
yeah, and guys, don't feel bad if you have 4. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to make you money. So moving over to small forward, I think LeBron is just a mega lock.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's just What it's the way the construction's working, like you're gonna have so much salary cap left over. I mean, we'll get to the value guy at center here in a little bit, who a lot of you guys probably know, but like, yeah, I mean, LeBron's just a good play today. I mean, he's gonna have to step up against the Clippers, and he's been doing that. He's been performing. He's been putting up LeBron numbers the past couple of games. So I don't see any reason that doesn't continue tonight.
And this isn't the same team where with Kyrie. Like, I mean, Kevin Love will score 15 a game, but no one else is scoring 20, 25 a game. Like, the entire load is on LeBron.
Yeah.
He's going to do it all. But, I mean, obviously we do have a second spot to fill for small forward. There's a couple in the mid-range I like. I like TJ Warren. I like Brandon Ingram. And I like Joe Ingles. Those are the other three I have my eyes on. Do you like any of them?
Yeah, I actually love them all. If I had to rank them, I guess they're really just different prices, so it's really what kind of salary you have. I love Warren's upside. I fear that price is just a little high for me, 7,500.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to scrape that much for that second spot. Currently, I have Brandon Ingram in there for my second spot. Love him tonight as well. He flashed some of his upside last game. And then Ingles he's going to become more of a lock if Sefolosha sits. But what does scare me about Ingles is that Mitchell is such a high usage player when he's on the court that like Ingles is already low enough. So it's like Ingles will see his minutes still. He'll still, see around that 30-minute range. But I don't know about, his price right now is a little higher than what I was paying.
Yeah, I agree. And I think part of that, the draw is with Rubio out, there might be more peripheral stats for someone like Ingles to get. But I would much rather find 700 and scrap up to Ingram. Like,
yeah, and another thing for Ingles is, I mean, he'll see a lot of Carroll tonight, right? Like, well, he'll have to.
I didn't even think about the matchup. I just thought about the page. Carroll's a great defender.
Yeah, he's the best on the net. So, like, I think Ingles might just kind of be locked up.
Do you think they will put Damari Carroll on someone like Rodney Hood, like a more competent scorer?
I don't know. I think we'll have to keep an eye on that, but yeah, that's a good point. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, okay, this is random. I saw someone mention head-to-head in the contest. The boy right here, DFS Clutch Boy, he's head-to-heading Michael Rappaport this week. So,
yes, dude. It's going to be lit. He said on the podcast, I don't know if you listen to his Fantasy Follies with Tommy G, epic. You guys should definitely check it out.
Great podcast. Really
good. He said that he'll do a shout-out for whoever beats him, and I was able to get in there. So
yeah, no, I want to do that and have him shout out FanCave. That's my goal. So, awesome. Anyways, that pretty much covers small forward for me, at least. I don't really have, anyone else. It's a pretty narrow.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk quickly about one of these value guys. Hold on, let me pull it up. His price is 3,300. Josh Jackson played 28 minutes last night, and he went off. Like, this guy, he scored 30 FanDuel points. His ownership's going to be low because, the construction just has LeBron and some of these higher-priced guys to fill in at that spot with the other value. So you're going to get Josh Jackson at, really low ownership. He gets the Lakers, this up pace matchup that should bode well for him. So definitely a GPP look for me.
Yeah, I do like that. I mean, the fluctuation of his minutes will scare people off too. But I mean, it's not going to be hard for him to eclipse 5-6x. So I like that. Moving on to power forward, I see no need for Anthony Davis tonight. Or Kristaps, really. I think now without Serge, that Kristaps matchup gets a whole lot easier without Ibaka. Pascal Siakam or whatever Siakam is starting, and that is going to be a cake matchup for Porzingis. I just see no need for either of those two, and Blake Griffin is so underpriced.
Yeah, I just Blake Griffin with the usage spike. He's really done well, and he gets a good matchup tonight as well. In a game that should be really competitive. So. Yeah, I'm all of the Blake Griffin tonight. Really like him quite a bit. But I will say that I love Porzingis and I love Anthony Davis as well.
I mean, yeah, I should rephrase. They're not bad plays at all. They're always in play. I just think the value with Griffin for me makes him a top play. LaMarcus Aldridge, I see no reason to touch. OKC is a tough defense. He's 8,300, which is a little steep for when I want to play for someone whose production fluctuates so much. I mean, if he was consistently getting, 40, 50 points, I'd take it. But, I mean, his last 3 games have gone 32, 50, 28. Like, it's just a little too hard to peg for that salary. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson for me is a bit overpriced given his matchup with Derek Favors.
Mhm.
I do like Paul Millsap. That is a player I do like. Great interior defender. They're going to need him on the court a lot for Anthony Davis. Disappointed a little bit last game, but he's been tearing it up otherwise. And he's a big peripheral stat guy.
Yeah, and I'll also note that Plumlee is questionable. So, I mean, if he doesn't go, that's just going to be, all the more minutes for Jokic and Millsap. So.
Yeah, I like it. Obvious play here is Derek Favors. I assume you're locking him in?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just lock in Favors and move on. That's everyone should. Favors and Mitchell, just do it.
Yeah, I agree. Looking below Favors, I do like Kyle Kuzma. His minutes have been insane. Peripheral stat stuffer. I'd say reasonable salary in a cake matchup. That's the main draw for me is his cake matchup up pace. He's an athletic player. I think he's in a great spot. I don't think his ownership's gonna be that high either. I really don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, going under that. Oh, Thabo Sefolosha just got ruled out. So
really,
even more Jazz. Wow. That may have me rethinking about Joe Ingles. We shall see.
Yeah, we'll see. And that could that'll give us a little extra flexibility somewhere.
So upgrade Joe Ingles and upgrade pretty much everyone else too. Like,
yeah.
God, I mean, they're going to have to. So Gobert's out, Cephalosha's out, Rubio's out. That's like.
Yeah, and I feel like Burks is still a little limited. I'm still definitely in play though. Other power forwards, I don't mind. Julius Randle, his minutes just scare me a bit. One player I'm looking at right now is Pascal Siakam. I played him last time Ibaka was out. He stuffs the peripheral stats. It's just a matter of how many minutes he'll play. I can see him hovering around the 20 range, but he's starting, so it could be more. Do you have any idea what your take on him is?
Yeah, I mean, he'll have to be on Porzingis, so that's going to be –
that's foul trouble right there. That's a good ass.
Yeah, he's going to be hacking, so I don't know. I don't need to go there. I mean, the one guy I was looking at, I guess kind of in this range, is like Dallas is really bad interior-wise, and Taj Gibson's just really been eating lately, and his price really hasn't increased. I mean, he had this – FanDuel does their pricing like game by game, and he had his matchup against the Spurs last time, so like obviously that's a tough matchup. He still put up 21 FanDuel points. So, yeah, I think that Taj Gibson gets you 30 tonight if you need to go that low.
Yeah, I don't mind that either at all. That's a good play. So, moving on to center, I play Greg Monroe. Honestly, play my man Greg Monroe. We don't even know if he's going to play. I mean, there's speculation. People are, it's a back-to-back coming off an injury, might not. He's going to play. Tyson Chandler's out. He's going to play. He's going to start.
He's going to play 20 minutes. Is he going to get you 44 FanDuel points? No. Is he going to get you 20? Probably.
Is he going to get you 6, 7X? Yes.
Yes, he is.
He's going to get you what you need. If you're looking GPP, though, Boogie's a great play. I also love Jokic. He's really calmed down his fouls this year. And he just strikes me as a player that will frustrate DeMarcus Cousins because he can't stop him. Like, this man will just toy around with defenses. Andre Drummond, too. But I said my criminal ownership play of the day is Hassan Whiteside. Marcin Gortat's not a player that will get Whiteside into much foul trouble because he's not the biggest offensive threat. And I can definitely see them attacking Gortat's tendency to foul as well. So I think if you really want like sub 3 to 5% ownership, I think that'll be Hassan Whiteside today.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit, like Whiteside. What I will say about Jokic, his price is $9,300 on FanDuel. While I still like that, his price on DraftKings is literally $8,100. Absolutely ridiculous. If Miles Plumlee, or whatever the hell Plumlee it is, I think it's Miles. Mason, whatever the hell, I don't know. If Plumlee gets ruled out, Jokic is a lock button on DraftKings. You can book him for, that fire emoji. He's going to get it. 8.1 is absolutely ridiculous. Like you said, Cousins will not be able to stop him. My concern with Jokic is that he'll be in foul trouble, but I think he's worth the risk for that price.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And also, Drummond is just in a very massive ceiling spot for me. I think, he's going to get those rebounds. He's going to get those putbacks. Could be a 20-20 game for Drummond, for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm actually looking at making a parlay right now and with the Pistons in it. And I like the Pistons tonight. I think they will run away, not run away with a win.
I bet Pistons heavy. My bet of the night for you guys that do bet, I took Hornets -6.5 against the Bulls. Teams have just been really wrecking the Bulls. I took that for 4 units, so I'm really feeling good about that play.
I think I'm gonna make a parlay right now with every single NBA game. Like $1. I mean, I put my whole bankroll on Xavier last night. So,
do you use Bet44? What set do you use? Bovada?
I just go Bovada.
Okay. Dude, I like Bovada, but like I get tricked into playing the damn blackjack.
Yeah.
So, I'll just like I'll win a bet and then I'll just lose my money on the dollar.
The ultimate degenerate just came out. You get tricked into playing blackjack.
Like, look at this. I literally have I have an app for you probably can't see it, but I have an app.
Dude, no, so do I.
Bovada Poker. Is that what that is?
I got the Bovada app like right there. Yeah.
So yeah, very funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums up all of the plays. I want to quick get this parlay in before it hits 6 o'clock. So we can, if you want, we can talk about bets too for a little bit for the last couple minutes. I know people in here do bet.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think of? I kind of like Miami +5.5 against Washington.
I'm on the other side for that, but I actually have Wizards in my card.
I'm going Clippers +7 for sure.
So I have the big Hornets bet. I love that for sure. I like Clippers and Cleveland over 223. I think that this
I like it too.
Becomes a shootout. I have Timberwolves -6.5. I like that quite a bit. I think they just
I do really like Blazers Kings over 199 too.
Okay, yeah, I like that too. I locked in Patriots -6.5 earlier this week. I thought that was just a blessing. And then I have Mavericks Timberwolves under 211.5.
Okay. Mavs Timberwolves.
Yeah, I have Nuggets -4.5 as well. So I like them.
I like that. Okay. Phoenix and LA. I kind of want to take the under. 229.
You've been betting college basketball as well?
I literally deposited yesterday just for Xavier, and now I'm back. So I'm only doing NBA today. But let's parlay this puppy. Let's go $3 parlay. That's a $300. Oops. $3 to win 70. That's what I'm putting down right now. So I went Pistons -1, Hornets -7, Clippers +7, over 223 in the Clippers game, over 199 in the Blazers game.
Nice.
That is my bet slip, and it's only $3, come up 70. So let's do it. Bet Bully approved. All right, guys. Happy lock. We will be back tomorrow for NFL. Could probably honestly talk about some NBA too tomorrow, but we'll figure out. Me, Matt, and Jacob will talk about a time, and we'll keep you guys posted on Twitter. So,
sounds good, guys. Let's win some money.
All right, peace out, guys.